Here we go. Hopefully it's recording. Looks like it is. So X-Maxx, and we've gone back to a 2046 gearing, because last time I came here, when I didn't have the ramp, it was on 2050, and it was it felt really slow, basically, compared to what I'd been running before, which was 2046. And the reason, boringly, the reason I took the 2046 off was because I ran it with some sledgehammers on, because I think I ripped out one of these original smaller X-Maxx tyres. I think it blew, so I put the sledgehammers on. But on 2046 it basically went into like overvolt, like it was drawing too many volts or amps or whatever the hell it is from the battery when I ran it in some grass near where I live. So basically the draw on it when it was running 2046 with big sledgehammers was too much. So I thought, well, that doesn't sound good, does it really? If the ESC is telling you it's drawing too much pull from the batteries, then it probably is a bit of a drain on it. So I've obviously gone back to normal size tyres, and I've bought myself a GPM hardened 46 rather than a 10 quid off eBay one, which is what I normally buy. Hardened 46. So this is a 2046. The pinion is a Traxxas hardened 20 tooth pinion, but the spur is a GPM one, which looks really well, looks really good. GPM stuff always looks well finished and sort of well made. Went in no drama. I had to, with the peg system with this, I've had to peg it as a peg it, Jesus, there's a thought. I had to peg it as a 1946 rather than a 20, because a 20, I don't know what I was doing then. A 2046 was too slack, too much of a wide mesh. So I've gone, so it's pegged, which I think was peg A, if anyone uses that system. I use peg A, and yeah, I did it that way. So peg A, which is designed for a 19 tooth pinion and a 46 tooth spur, got the mesh tight enough. And that does happen a bit when you're not using the Traxxas gears, is that sometimes you do have to use slightly different alignments with the pegs to get the correct mesh. So basically, don't slavishly follow what the pegs say. If it feels off, just change it, and bring it in a bit. This all makes sense when you know what the mesh system on these is like. It's got like a board of pegs, like a row of pegs, a row of holes that you put these little pegs in, and it's supposed to like mesh it for you. But a lot of people just ignore it and do it sort of by hand and ignore the pegs. I do use the little pins, but I don't follow exactly what it always says for you to follow. So in my opinion, 2046 is the way to run this. If you watch my other video, which I think is called Low Altitude X-Maxx Bash, something like that, you'll notice that you're never back flipping it, put it that way. on that setup. This gives it the power you need. The 2046 gives you the wheel speed, I should say. It doesn't give you the power. The power's... Now this is going to be an issue, isn't it? I've got these massive connectors on here, and it keeps causing issues. So what I'm going to do is change them slightly. So just bear with me. This will be interesting to watch. What I want is that one out. I'll run it through there, look, just to stop it rolling around so much. There we go, that one in. Take the front one through there, like that. Hopefully it won't foul on the steering. I don't think it will. Perfect, and that should just stop these ridiculously big connector cables. Connector cables from getting destroyed. I've moved my strap as well onto the top there, look, because I don't think the body shells like having the pressure there across. So I thought if I put it higher over the actual supports, it would make more sense. Just about landed it. Double. It's been a wild start, hasn't it? Breaking things, landing on things, disconnecting batteries. Get settled in. Oh dear, battery again. This is garbage, isn't it? Absolute garbage. The batteries I'm using today are these high voltage ones, and I've charged them up correctly. I realise my battery chargers do work with these. So these are HV high voltage battery. That little balance lead there is worrying, isn't it? Constantly poking out. So these are a HV high voltage battery that I've charged above and beyond the normal 4.2. They let you charge more. I think it was about 4.35, something like that. So normally you get to about 4.2, and obviously that's where they sort of stop. But with these high voltage ones, danger, high voltage, you can charge them beyond that to about 4.35. And I suppose in theory it gives you a bit more juice, doesn't it? A bit more power, I guess. For a little bit, for a short while, I suppose. That battery, look, this is ridiculous. You see it? I've got to stop because I don't want to rip that off. Let me have a look. Sorry, this is ever so boring. Right, let's bring it through there, look. That's what you're supposed to do, I think. Hate this. So dull watching people mess about with the battery connectors. Right, maybe that'll do it. Turn it back on again. Find the switch. There we go. Yeah. Like and subscribe. It's a thrilling minute, isn't it? Done it again, look. Not too bad though. Those back tyres looked like it was coming off then. It just looked like one of those back ones had come off its glue. Maybe not. Just a lot of expansion with this gearing. No. Got the turning circle of a fridge. That's full lock. disconnect. Too much there, too much weight with all these extensions and converters. I don't know why I bought ones with such massive, you know, massive cables on them. Something else has just worried me as well at the front. Yeah. Oh God. Lost this. They've come out. There, look. Somehow. Not sure how that's popped off. Lost my little, nearly lost my little front protector. Not having much luck today. I think this is why I didn't bring the big ramp out last time I came. Seem to remember I just kept it low level because I didn't want to break anything. And I think I didn't break anything actually. So it worked. With something this big and heavy, maybe you're as well to not always be sending it 10 foot up. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't think that hurts, does it? Those little babies. Let's try something. Ugh. There. So I should clear that coming that way. Hopefully. Soon find out, won't we? That rear near side sounds like it's coming off the rim to me. You just hear it when I gas it. Just missed me. There we go. Foam's off, look. Joe, I think that's a newish tyre, that one. I think. It's so annoying. But that's the problem when you overgear it. So I might need some different tyres, but the reason I like these tyres is because they're light. Sounds ever so squeaky, doesn't it? The reason I like these tyres is because they are lightweight. Yeah, it's really squeaky. So the gearing's worked perfectly. The batteries are a joke because of the connectors I've got that are too big, too heavy. I've done the tyre, which I'm hoping isn't a new one. It's hard to tell. I can normally tell because of the way I seal them inside. I use different ways, different techniques to try and seal the blowholes inside. I can normally tell, depending on what tape I've used or if I've used hot glue, I can normally tell what I've done. Sounds like the Tin Man. I do the bearings on this, so I'm not sure why it sounds so bad. Right, I'll call it a day. I'll call it a day. Yeah. So yeah, that gearing's great. Obviously you can do doubles and backflips with it. It's really fast. Rips the tyres off nicely, which is always great. But yeah, it is super fast, super powerful. This servo, it's the upgraded one. There's 3 different types for the X-Maxx. The crap one that it comes with, that's now in my Max, this one, which is this like second level up, which I think comes as standard in the Ultimates now, and then the third one, which I think is something like a 2085R, is the most powerful, which I think's about, it talks about pounds and stuff in American, so I don't actually know what kilograms it is, but I think this one's maybe 40 kilograms, and I think the next one up, the 2085R, I think 70-ish kilograms. And this one, you can see it doesn't quite center again. If you go right, look, it doesn't center. Should be there, shouldn't it? But it doesn't. It's got all different. It's got a different servo saver in it. It's got a metal servo saver and what do you call it? Assembly. It's got a metal bell crank assembly. So that's all done. Not a dear one though, it's only a cheap one, so maybe I need like a GPM one, just to get that steering. I mean, the steering's fine, but I don't like it when it doesn't correct. It annoys me. Like, corrects-ish if you go left. It doesn't correct particularly. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, so went all right, dead fast with that gearing, great gearing, knackered a tyre, bit of a disaster. Trainers, got some Pegasus Gore-Tex today, some Old Faithful. It's freezing cold, miserable. Yeah, pretty grey, miserable British February. English February, British February, whatever you want to call it. Freezing cold hands. I'm going home now, so thanks for watching. Bit of a disaster, bit boring, but you know, it is what it is. Try and repair the tyre, which the more I think about it, the more I think is brand new, so that's really annoying. Yeah, find out why it's squeaking. See you in a bit. Oh, try and turn this off.